Hey there guys, today I'm going to talk you through the proper setup and execution of the front foot elevated low pulley split squat. This is much like a lunge except the feet stay planted throughout the entire range of motion. To get set up, before you grab the pulley, you want to determine what your range of motion is. So what you're going to do is put your leg up on the box. The idea here is to take your shin, push it as far forward as your ankle mobility will allow without the heel coming up. So keep your heel down, knee goes forward, shins forward, torso is above the hips. So I'm sitting up as tall as I can. So those are your 3 checkpoints: heel down, knee forward, ideally with the hamstring touching the calf and the torso up. The next thing you need to find out is how far back you can place your leg without any of those 3 things changing. So right now, this is way too close for me. I want to be able to have a little bit more stretch in my hip flexor. So I'll try this position, see if I can sit down to it. That's pretty good for myself. Now, what would be wrong? If I'm too far back, you'll notice I can't get forward. I'm running out of space. My leg can't go forward because this is too far back. The opposite, if you're too far close, you're going to be in, the heel will likely come up, or your torso might lean. So you're gonna have to find that sweet spot. Once you find your positioning, you need to remember this, because this is as low as you wanna go with load in your hand. You do not wanna add weight and change how you do the rep. So to get set up, low pulley, you're gonna put the pulley in the opposite hand of the leg you're gonna work with. You want the pulley to be in front of your shoulder, your back foot to be in line with the pulley as well. The front leg is offset. So what we're going to do is drive down and forward like an escalator. So go forward diagonally. Now let's freeze. My heel is on the ground, my knee is over, shin is forward, torso is tall. So no matter what load I put in my hand, I'm still going to get this range of motion. Drive back to the start. Down forward, drive back to the start. Now when you're pushing back, you want to envision pushing the platform away from you. You're not literally going to do that, but that's the intention. You're pushing that way when you go back, okay? Now the mistake, when people come down, a couple things happen. Some people come down and that's as far as they let their knee go, and they finish with a drop, okay? You don't want to turn it into an elevator movement going up and down. You're going to go escalator. Diagonally move forward, chest up, hip flexors getting a stretch, sit into the hole, drive back out of it. Again, the whole time you have to heel down, knee forward, chest up. Those are the 3 checkpoints you have to have. A lot of mistakes people make is they go way too heavy on this pulley variation. The pulley variation, number 1, you have to stay anti-rotational through the torso. You don't want to have the weight and notice your body going like that, okay? This shoulder stays back, the lat and upper back is stuck in place. That's going to be your positioning. When you go too heavy, it'll look something like this. The heavier you get, the harder it is to go forward. So people get to here, they'll sit down to it because they're like, shit, there's no way I'm going all the way forward. So I'm going to cut my range of motion in half. Sure, I'm doing way more weight. I'm also doing half the range of motion. So the muscles we're trying to train that support the knee are not getting fully trained through their full range of motion. So be sure that when you're doing the split squat with the pulley, your heel stays down, the shin and knee are driven forward as far as you can possibly go, chest up. Now your range of motion, again, if we go back to the beginning, is determined by how much range of motion you have with 0 weight in your hand. So whatever you set up here, this is your range of motion, no matter what weight you have. That there is the front foot elevated split squat.